Cheers, buddy.
Cheers.
All right, so we're recording. Not sure if we're going to call this a podcast, a quarantine interview, where exactly it's going to be uploaded, but we're going to give it a shot. My name is Cody LaCroix, one of the co-founders of Trynyty, and I'm joined as usual by the smiling Ethan Kirk, one of our original writers, graphic designer. It's been around since the very beginning, so we thought he'd be a perfect candidate to test this new format out. Ethan, how's it going, my man?
Dude, things are good. It's a beautiful day outside, blue skies. It's not snowing or raining. Can't complain.
Yep, in Canada, if it's not snowing or raining, you really cannot complain. Obviously, the big topic on hand is the quarantine and the COVID-19 pandemic. So you obviously as a student, scooter rider, young adult, how has the quarantine been and how have you adjusted your daily life to it?
Ooh, okay. It's pretty weird because I was in my fourth year of school this year. So technically I graduated in the quarantine. So it's definitely weird swapping all my classes to online. It doesn't really feel like I graduated or anything, but apparently I did. So here we are. I'm finally moved out of my place at Oakville.
Right.
And back in Newmarket with in the parents' house.
Cool. And is there no graduation ceremony? Like they're not gonna Zoom that shit or anything like that,
I mean, my cohort, I guess my year has talked about doing Zoom calls and stuff as graduation thing, but for now it's postponed. So I don't know. It doesn't, as I said, it doesn't feel real. But I mean, I'm back in Newmarket, back working at the Shoppers Drug Mart. The grip tape there. Technically, I guess I'm an essential worker, but pretty much just doing the bare minimum like I usually do.
Tampons and
yeah, literally. And trying to get out and ride when I can and risk it, I guess, to get some footy.
Right. Well, speaking of riding, how has it been in the quarantine? Have you been able to get out, or your parents kind of cheese that you're out trying to ride, or have you been really stuck just hitting the flat wheel at home?
I mean, I'm out and exposed anyways at work. So at first it was kind of just me riding around by myself, filming self-instas, which in itself can be fun. But, I got video parts I want to film for. So if I do go out, it's with 1, 2 more people max, just so, I mean, I have a spotter and a filmer. And, it's hard to film video part clips yourself. So, we're being safe though. We're in masks. We're washing our hands. We're doing what we need to. And, I think Ontario and Canada is at a point where you can be reasonably safe with it.
Well, I'm glad to hear you're safe. Glad to hear you're also still getting at it. Real quick, I'll share with you the story of the first time that we went out and actually rode. So there's only 5 of us. It was me, Benji, and a few other the dudes here in Montreal.
Yeah.
And we had pulled up to this spot. It's actually at Clovis, the filmer and rider, his old high school. And we're moving this bike rack because it's like a perfect flat rail. I say perfect flat rail. It's good for Benji and Kevin, but me and Clovis don't have the pop to hit this thing.
it's one of those bar height flat bars.
No, that's what I'm saying. I was watching them hit this. I was like, this is cool, guys. Get at it. Well, you need to move it. I got you. But so we're moving this flat rail, and then 5-0 shows up, and we're like, shit, because we had heard stories of people getting gigantic fines and shit.
Yeah.
So buddy rolls up and he's like, yeah, so we got a call that some kids on scooters were stealing a bike rack. The guy goes, it doesn't, you don't seem to be doing that. And you guys are keeping your space. And he looked over at our bags, and all our bags were, spread out pretty well. We're like, yeah. And then Kevin goes, and don't worry, we're going to put this, we're going to put the bike rack back when we're done, because we had moved it into the parking lot so we could, use it for a line.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, honestly, guys, a lot of people are calling right now. They're at home. They have nothing better to do. You guys aren't, disturbing anybody. You seem to be practicing social distancing. So, just put it back when you're done and don't just anything stupid. So we're like, all right, sweet. Because, we were super nervous when we saw him pulling up. But then the next day, my roommate who skates gave an address of a spot to his 2 buddies. Just down the road from me. I think you've been there, there's the tip at the school, the bump.
Oh yeah. I haven't been there personally, but I know of the spot.
The spot. It's just down the road from my place. So my roommate's buddies text him for the address, shoots it to them, and then we see in their story a couple hours later they got a $1,540 ticket. Both of them got it. And the main logic was their backpacks were glued together, which means that it's impossible to practice social distancing if you're keeping your stuff that close. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that was the day after we had got like these super chill cops who were just like, do you mind your own business? So to anyone who's out there, if we've gotten a ticket, we feel for you. And quick tip, make sure backpacks are nice and spaced out. And I mean, the only other thing that we had to be careful of is everyone's checking clips, right? But as soon as you're checking clips, guess what? Bing. So if you're going to check clips, maybe duck behind something or be careful.
Or just take the camera yourself.
Yeah, but
then check it by yourself. But then some people don't trust some people, so maybe don't do that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you're not about to hand the HBX over to somebody who's never held one before. So
fair, yeah, that's reasonable.
So
just practice social distancing. Your best.
That's all you can do right now. And if the cops do show up, be nice, put on a smile, and hope for the best, I guess. So what have you been filming for? Obviously, you said you've done some self-filmed Insta stuff, but you're also working on a video part. What are you working on right now?
Well, I've finished the video, actually. I mean, it was quite a few trips out just recently to finish it up. But it's going to be my Welcome to North part, technically, because I haven't released one of those yet. Right. It's about 3 minutes long, I'd say. I'm proud of it. I'd be stoked if everyone went and watched it. It's dropping this Friday. I don't know when this is coming out, if this does come out.
I will make it my personal mission to have this come out before your video.
Yeah, fair. So, I mean, this Friday on the North channel, I'm pretty proud of the video. But, yeah, that's what I've been filming for. There's a few other things I've been filming for as well. There's another video with Jacob Bruno, Devin Morgan, Coco, and a few other local guys around here.
Right.
That one's gonna be pretty good. And then I've got another Trynyty part in the works coming out soon, hopefully.
Yeah. Obviously the situation everyone's in has definitely put a wrench in everything. We had big plans for the jam, which we had to postpone. We wanted to take the Montreal boys to Ottawa, which we had actually done an Ottawa trip, you and I, with a few other dudes a while back, and then make a Toronto trip. Obviously, you come to Montreal a couple times a year normally.
Yeah.
It's definitely been quite an adjustment, but I'm glad to know you're still getting out and getting after it.
Yeah, trying to, right? I mean, this year I got a new camera too, so I finally got a Panasonic HPX. So I had some DSLR footage in this video, but I mean, it's been all the more incentive for me to get out and get closer to this camera because, I mean, it's the pinnacle. I love this thing so far.
That's awesome.
The footy looks good. So
Clovis actually just got the same thing, and we've been experimenting with it quite a bit. It's definitely a change because the boys were always filming SD here, but it's been fun, and we're out there trying to get after it. Are the skate parks still technically closed in your area?
Oh, super closed. Yeah. Yeah, there's no skate. You got around street. So I don't know what the park kids are doing right now is what I was saying. But that's a win for us, boys.
Yeah, dude, kickless off the curb all day.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, it's all the more incentive for them to maybe ride more streets. So, but yeah, everything's closed. I mean, there's a few outskirts parks around here that they're not really on watch or lockdown, but those are kind of out in the bush, sort of.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel you, dude. It's definitely different. We actually have a few parks here that have they actually took the time to throw some shit in the park so you can't ride around. But there's other ones, like yesterday we were just outside of Montreal in the St. Leonard area, and there's a brand new park there with no supervision, and there was actually quite a few people there. So I know Saturday was super nice, and a lot of people were out getting after it. Yeah. And I don't know exactly what's changing, but I know that they're supposed to try to re-shut down the parks, the local parks, not necessarily skate parks, but just parks in general here.
Yeah.
In Montreal. So it's going to be interesting to see when they start, doing the déconfinement, getting things back to normal. If they see a spike in numbers and this and that. And have you been following the situation very closely?
I mean, on and off. I know the Ontario rate right now is at about 2%, I think, which is a steady 2%, which is pretty good. I'm not going to claim I know anything about medical field or science, but yeah, it seems like it's flatlining, which is nice here so far. But with the nicer weather coming up, it'll be interesting to see what happens and see if we'll actually get a summer, right? So
yeah, I've seen myths about warm weather kills it and this and that, but it's hard to know who to believe.
Yeah, and it doesn't really get warm in Canada, so
Sunny, it doesn't get hot.
Yeah, no, it gets humid, but yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. I mean, if anything, we're just lucky we don't have sand in our skate parks like they do in California.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. We've got some stuff here in Montreal. I don't think it's sand.
Yeah.
The skate park near my place there, Fair Marquette, they did something with it. I'm not sure what, but definitely not ideal having all the parks being
Yeah.
closed and all that. But you got to do what you got to do. This is definitely unprecedented situation. You mentioned you've graduated school. Obviously, a bit weird since you don't get a real grad. And being a photographer, you came in photography and you studied videography, film studies. That's the type of thing that'd be hard to do from a distance, I would think. No.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I mean, unless you're in a post-production job like editing or something like that, it'll be tough, right? So, I mean, it's kind of stopped the job hunt. But I mean, at this moment in time, I'm done school now. I want to see how much longer I can huck my meat. So I'm kind of putting that on hold for a little bit. So.
Hell yeah, dude. Man, I'm 26 now. I'll be 27 in July, and we got after it a couple of days ago. I'm sore as shit right now. I'm not gonna lie, like everything hurts. But I got 2 clips, and I had to work super hard for the one. So I'm still doing it. You've got no excuses, dude.
Dude, me and Tranmer on this. There's a curve rail in my part. I did get the clip. But we collectively together probably put in 400 tries on this rail on Saturday.
The yellow one?
No. That one took about 45. But I got my ender at the start of the day, which was nice. But then, after that, we went to the curved rail. And, collectively, about 400 tries for each of us. So it was a rough go.
That's what, like, how about 100 tries an hour, so 4 hours of tries or so?
No, it was about 2 hours. We were just going back and forth, me and him.
Oh, damn. So you guys were efficient with it at least.
Oh, yeah. But, I mean, we just had Crook sitting there filming, so we owe Crook the world for that one.
He literally
Crook, his legs went numb sitting on this planter. That's how long it took us. Like, he's the MVP of that day for sure. And he drove, so.
That's funny enough. Like I was telling you, we just switched over to Panasonic here in Montreal, the Totals crew too. Yeah. And Ben was trying this clip the other day. I don't think he had 400 tries, but he had a lot of tries. And Clovis was just, stashed sitting on the little hill filming. And like 45 minutes later, he looks at me. He's like, "Man, this new camera is fucking heavy. What the fuck?" He's just used to filming on much smaller cameras, so it's definitely an adjustment to the new cam.
For sure. I mean, what was it? Talking about adjustments. I mean, I haven't been able to get a fisheye because of this whole Corona thing.
Right.
So my whole video is pretty much long lens, other than the DSLR clips I had left over. So
to be fair, the one type of filming that would be hard to respect social distancing while practicing is fisheye clips. So
that is true.
That could be your excuse.
Especially the way Tranmer films it. So yeah, maybe it's a good idea that we are filming long lens right now.
Yeah, he gets right up in there, right?
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah. Well, this has been pretty fun. I think we've done a real proof of the concept. Do you have any closing statements or regards, other than obviously check out your video, which is going to be crazy, that drops Friday the 8th?
Yeah, it'll be the 8th.
Hell yeah.
Other than closing remarks, oh man, I don't know. Thanks to you guys as always. Thanks to North as always. And I mean, try and stay safe, everyone. I mean, you guys are going to go crazy if you don't ride even a little bit, even if it means just going out front of your house and riding. Just keep doing that. And I mean, that's all I got. Just stay safe.
Oh, yeah, well put. Stay safe. Keep riding. Ethan, thanks for taking the time to do this test with me. Obviously, we'll upload it somewhere. We'll figure it out as we go. And we're really looking forward to seeing your video drop on Friday.
Oh, yeah. Sounds good to me, man. All right. Thanks. Peace.
Peace, buddy.